This video's a couple of jobs I've done this week. I've used the Stanley machine pretty much all week, giving it a good old test out. To say review is probably the wrong word, just keep sort of the results really of how it's worked out through the week. And I'll give you my opinion on it at the end of the video. This particular job, it's an awkward one actually, because actually it's done on a 3-week cycle, so it plays havoc with your diary. It's actually the house belongs to a charity and it's rented out, and I'm instructed basically just to keep it tidy. Don't do anything fancy. Basically keep the weeds down, the grass down, and keep things trimmed, and that's it. Basically strim, mow, hoe, and trim really. As you can see, being a 3-week cycle, the grass tends to, shall we say, grow a fair bit, and the old daisies come through. Got a traditional rotary line, blooming things. I think how many over the years of they catch the side of your head or you catch your shoulder on them, but I suppose that goes with the job as well. This was Wednesday. I know a lot of you over different places have had some really nice weather. Wednesday was the first warm day we had. Up until that point I've had my coat on. Sort of Wednesday and the Thursday and the Friday was the only nice weather we've had. But we could do a drop of rain now though. As I say, this one I don't do anything fancy. The borders, they just get hoed, and that's it. I'll try and sort of show you contrasting different jobs. Different jobs, you're expected to work to different standards, depending on what they want. So this one's a pretty basic one. Just keep it tidy, basically, nothing fancy. Where you can go to another job, you pick up every weed. You do fancy stripes. This one, when I cut the grass, I just go around in a circle. So jobs vary quite a lot. And that's the back all done. It's actually, the bottom of the lawn is actually quite damp. And while I was there, quick trim over the hedge. Again, this is a neighbour's hedge, so just the front and the top edge I do. This was actually about, I must have been about 5:45 in the evening by this point, and I was also in town doing this. Wednesdays I'm always in town, and it's always a bugger to get out of the place. That's part why I prefer being in the villages. You can just get around so much quicker. There it is, all done. Right, we're on another job now. This is Thursday. and a lot of strimming on this one. This particular job is probably the biggest lawn I do, and it's also the most strimming I have to do on one job. I do about 45 minutes of strimming, and then it takes me about an hour and a quarter to cut the grass. And when I cut the grass, it's without a grass box, it's just allowed to drop. It's probably, the lawn's probably a third of an acre, maybe a bit bigger. But I have to do the front verge. There's lots of bits and pieces behind hedges, just left the grass, and then all around the whole lawn. And again, you know, this is the Stanley doing this, and there's some reasonably thick grass here, and it's going through well. I did actually video some of the lawn being cut, but I didn't realise until afterwards that the camera sort of fell over, so I didn't think you'd want to sort of see me cutting a big lawn sideways, so that went out the window a bit. I don't know if any of you out there have had the same problem I did Thursday. The amount of flies that have been about were horrendous. Millions of them. When I was cutting this hedge, you could see them walking across your glasses. Your arms were covered in them. They're like sort of smaller version of houseflies. So I don't know if it's just the dry weather's brought them out. I don't know. Actually, over the years I've always worn a neckerchief, and I've had people take the mickey out of me because I wear a neckerchief past. No one's ever asked me why I wear a neckerchief until this week. And there's several reasons. If you've got a neckerchief, I find I don't get bit around the back of the neck so much. Plus, you've always got a dust mask with you. And also, got a first aid kit in the van, but sometimes you're quite away from your vehicle. You've always got an emergency bandage just in case. So that's one of the reasons. But because the amount of flies on this job, I was wearing earplugs for this first bit, and the flies got so bad. I actually went and got the ear defenders to cover myself up a bit more, and I actually unfolded all my neckerchief and had to tie it around my neck, cover myself up a lot more. It was really bad. Right, Stanley. It's performed well all week. It's 25cc and it's got plenty of power for what it is. It strims well. The only thing I'd say is this particular day on the Thursday, I'd say that I'd done 45 minutes of heavy strimming and it was a warm day. The last few minutes it started to get a bit warm and you could feel it lost a little bit of power. But so as I said, it was doing some heavy strimming work. But all in all, brilliant strimmer. And I've used Hedge on it quite a lot. And it does work well at low revs as well. It's still got plenty of power at low revs with the Hedge cutter on. So I think ultimately, that your question is, would I buy again? And I think the answer would be yes. Obviously, this time next week if it fell to bits, that answer would change probably. But if it was £109. If it sees the season out, it's a big yes. And going by this week's results with it, I can't see why I wouldn't. I can't see why you wouldn't get 3-4 years out of it, as long as you don't abuse it like any tool. So yeah, all in all, the machine's done well. I think it's a thumbs up. So hope that was of interest and helpful. So thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed. Thank you.